This is a response to KJP claiming that I doxed her in a insane live stream people have been talking about that happened a few days ago. It's one live stream of many. I've got a lot of notes, and this isn't going to be highly edited, so hopefully you can track it. The evidence on the screen proves that she is lying. Let me show you what I mean. She used this picture on the left. This is a picture from her live stream. You'll see that this is where it came from, not my general room. This is why it's cropped down. This is really what happened. She asked for people to send her any example of another YouTube creator harassing her. This screenshot was an example of another YouTube creator doxing her. It's been completely redacted, as you can see. From back on 5/13 of 2020, where Katie says, "Thank you," after UNIRockt says, "Well, I'll go ahead and send you this picture if you want it." She says, "Thanks." So Rachel sends it to her and she says, "Oh, okay." Because it's from the DMs. This was never shared by us publicly anywhere, and we would have never even cared or sent it to her. She asked us to do it. Now, let's get into my video. She claimed that I doxed her by showing a screenshot and claiming it came from my general room. I've already explained this and the evidence against it. If it came from the DMs and it wasn't in the general room, then why did she say it was? Well, let me hook you up. On the stream, she claimed that she asked me to take it down and that I wouldn't. This is completely fabricated. Why would she stay on my server? Why wouldn't she tell anybody? Why would she come on my live streams? Why would she, as she's admitted, approach me and ask me to help her with criticism that's against her and help her with her lawsuit by reporting on it, by, going over it, right? She's admitted she asked me those things. Wonder why she'd do that if I did that to her. And another thing, let's just cover this now. The whole, she asked me not to say her name. In fact, she told me the opposite. She told me it was fine to call her Katie or... So why is she telling her audience that I'm a bad person? That I'm this evil guy that's trying to make money off her channel and put her down, when if she would have never approached me, I wouldn't have made any of these videos. She's the one that asked me to make these videos. So the logic doesn't work. All you got to do is think for a second and immediately it all falls apart. Unfortunately, she does have some supporters that won't even think through this for a second. That's fine. If people's morals or their, if the way they want to act is that way, then they're free to. It's a free country. Go ahead. And anyway, so let's explain how Katie has lost it in the last few days. Katie has done several live streams where she puts a link out for anyone to join. And then when they get on, if it's a supporter of hers, she's as nice as you could be. But if it's someone she doesn't like, she yells and screams at them and kicks them out. In fact, she was so excited to have one of my moderators jump into her stream until that moderator started to tell her that that screenshot wasn't from me, it was in her DMs, and she knows it. Well, she responded by immediately kicking him out of the stream. Anyway, she has told an untrue, completely fabricated story. So let me go into this a little bit. Those screenshots I showed you, she knew where they came from. She had to go into her DMs, grab that out, come up with this crazy story that she's never told before, and make it all up that night. What made her do that? Well, it was a 4-minute video, the last video that I uploaded, which that video should have never made her angry. She publicly put out a hit piece tweet against Emily Baker. I thought it was messed up, so I showed people the tweet, scrolled her Duggar vids, which showed that she in fact is the one who does what she claimed Emily did, and I played a 20 or 30 second little tiny meme. That meme did not make fun of her as she claimed and told her audience. The meme did not, put down her base or something like she said it did. The meme was the funniest way to represent taking shots. It was the Wile E. Coyote constantly taking shots at the Roadrunner, but every one of those shots blowing up in his face. Didn't commentate on her appearance, her looks, or anything in any way. But she had to tell you that it did. She's got to reach really far to be able to try to turn me into the bad guy now, knowing that for a year she's told everybody that I've helped her and tried to get other people to listen to her and tried to get her to listen to criticism from others. So yeah, she's got to go through some extreme lengths to do this, right? Well, She went on for 3 hours and was so angry, but the video I did was only 4 minutes long, and if you take the scrolling Duggar videos from my last upload, the video is only really a minute long. It seemed like she was really upset by this meme, but why? Could be that she equates all memes or criticism to trolling her. In fact, I'm almost convinced of it now. It's quite a shockingly disproportionate reaction to respond for 3 hours in a stream to a minute-long criticism. Also, think about the massive lie she told. She wants us all to believe that she is very upset last year, when she was somewhere around 20 to 40K subs because people spread a fake screenshot about her, spread it around the community. I think it says a lot about how far down the spiral she has gone that she purposely lied about a screenshot's origin to create a doxing myth about me because I made a commentary video, a 4-minute commentary video that was really only a minute long. Okay, I'll shut up now about that now. Especially when she will lead us to believe that she knows how mean and nasty it is to frame somebody like that. Lately, she's been live over and over again or on Twitter talking about anyone that makes a video on her. She goes as far as to put out a link and let anyone that clicks on it come on her channel and talk. And because of this, she has had creators on her channel who have been making videos on her for months and months. It did not go well, by the way. It's baffling because even if these conversations went perfectly, they still wouldn't do anything for her. If her claim is that these people are trolls, giving them her platform just advertises her audience to the people that she claims are bad and are lying on her. It's hard not to think that she is purposely causing or feeding the drama around her for some reason. Also, she tried very hard in the last few days to act like me and my audience are now part of a problem as much as the other people she brought up, which the entire internet knows this is not true. I don't know, maybe I hit my head on a rock recently. I lost all my memories just to be reprogrammed with 2 years of false thoughts here, but I could have sworn that I was trying to get people to give her a chance, listen to her, and at the same time, get her to give people a chance and listen to them. But it's not too surprising that this all happened. For years on the platform, I've been approached by other creators who ask me to give an opinion on a situation that they're involved in. And everything I try to do for them, I do it live, for the most part, going along, so that I can bring my audience on the journey of finding out who is who and what is really going on in the stories I cover. Well, these specific stories that I cover, at least. Only after everything passes and is over, I try to upload a mini doc, right? Try to upload a video that takes all the clips and proof compiled into a breakdown of the whole thing, so that the live streams then serve as a resource so that at any point people can go back and watch what was going on at any time in the story and see where the twists and turns happen. This process is very different from most other creators. Also, I do this on purpose. A lot of people, when they find my channel, they pop in and they say, oh, you said this months ago and you're saying you're on this side now. You're flip-flopping and you're wrong. No, I just literally taken you along while I look into these things. Yes, it's different from other creators. Not many other people do it, but I like it. I think it works in these situations. A lot of the audience, the ones that don't take the time to follow the whole story, will float in and out and only understand small parts of the story. This process actually documents these events though, so that in the end, once things are died down, if somebody tries to rewrite the history of what happened, they will be unable to thanks to the live streams. Unfortunately for KJP, she is now unable to rewrite this history without proving to everyone that she is a revisionist liar. Or she can just go grab the clips where she says certain things happen and prove it to people. She knows where my videos are. Case in point, I'm only going to bring up a few things from her infamous live stream because it was 3 hours long. She said that she has asked me not to use her name. I think I went over that already, but just in case I didn't, this is just her trolling. In fact, I'm not even going to go into it. But let's go further. She stated that I talked about certain members of her family. I'm not going to say who, but if you heard any of the streams I've done where I talked about any of this, I was criticizing people for bringing up those members of her family, not bringing up those members of her family. In fact, all I ever did was criticize those people. Didn't go any further or anything. This is all provable. Any live stream I did on the subject is now source material for anyone who thinks that she's even slightly telling the truth. Though, I'll hook you up now. She is lying. You can go check those live streams. Although it's pretty ridiculous for her to do this for a few other reasons, some of them are pretty big. Number one, her audience watched my videos, heard what she said about me, and now she's showing them the links that she will go to save face and lie. Now we know that she will obfuscate who a troll is and who isn't if she thinks it will save her some points. Because, as we all know, the thing that started this mess was that situation. She claims now that the person at fault is me for telling the community that she dropped a certain link. She knows I never told people where to find any of that information at all. In fact, in my video, I censored a part of the Discord that had a reference to where the info was. So it was in fact her. It was Katie, while defending herself, who told people the details of the link, not me. All of this doesn't matter. Creepshow has, and I won't say where, posted proof that KJP showed people where to find this link again just within the last couple days. KJP claims that the incident is not a dox. If she wants to claim that, she can. I've claimed that it was KJP sharing Creepshow's private data so that others can make up their mind on whether they call it a dox or not. KJP is trying to define what a dox is so that she can then say, I didn't dox her, but the problem is that under YouTube's guidelines, what she did is against TOS and fits doxing. She dropped a link for people to join the stream that night, and a moderator of mine, when telling KJP the truth, was banned instantly as soon as he told her. He told her exactly what I told you in the beginning of this video, and she doesn't say anything. She just kicks him out. Because she knew she was lying and he called her on it. It's just excellent. I'm not going to show the clip though. There is no way that what she did, creating that lie about me, or any of the lies she's told lately, there's no way it's an accident or that she's confused. These are purposeful lies. Okay, anyway. She knows that she's lying and she didn't care. It is malicious. That's the reason I brought that up, you know. This is a malicious act. Go even further. Creepshow put out another video on KJP that day. And it wasn't long after that KJP tried to frame me maliciously that she tried to punish Creepshow by doing what I just told you she did. I truly believe that she tried to show her audience where to find that link to punish Creepshow. It's that bad. If we even apply one or two of Katie's claims to her own actions, we could say that if Katie says UNIRock is wrong because somehow with no evidence I shared Creepshow's link, which I didn't, and that this makes me a super bad mean guy, then she must be super mean for showing it on a stream the other day. I think it was yesterday. So for this last part of the video, let's describe what KJP's been doing lately, and then you can ask yourself what you think's going on, but I'm going to tell you what I think. She is talking about other creators that make videos on her every day, multiple times throughout the day, whether it be her vlog channel, her Insta, or even her main channel. Yes, she did one of these disaster streams on her main channel. She claims everybody is clout chasing her, making money off of her name, which if you look at her channel, that is literally what she does. Me giving some type of opinion or commentary on these things that are going on. That's not me using someone else's name. That's me giving you my opinion to make money, giving you my opinion to get your subscription. Though, if you go look at what she's been doing on the Duggars lately, she pulls any kind of clickbait story that she possibly can, even if it has no value at all, runs it past the 10-minute mark. I could say so many things to criticize her content, something I've been trying not to do, because if the major problems in this story do not involve her content or involve outside of her content, which it did up until the Tati thing, then I wouldn't. But in the future, I think I'm going to actually go over some of my issues with KJP's content So she claims everyone's clout chasing if they talk about her at all, but refuses to acknowledge how her Duggar videos or any of the other past videos that she talked about, the Shane Dawson arc, the Sophie arc, any of these other arcs, how is the type of content she's making not clout chasing? When it wasn't based on an opinion, it was based on clickbait deep investigation that typically never got proven anyway. She claims others have cost her 2,000 subs. At first it was Tati, then it was me, then it was Creepshow, then now it's other people, now it's UNIRock again. Make up your mind. Am I responsible for 200? Tati's responsible for 300? Creepshow's responsible for 500? And if that's true, damn, I'm pulling numbers right next to Tati, Westbrook. Shit, I'm doing something right. Just a joke. Settle down, settle down. It was a joke. I know, I'm not supposed to joke in this video or she'll flip out on me, I know. She's attacking creators and viewers on Twitter a lot. In fact, that's why I made my last video, because she was attacking Emily D. Baker. This is just crazy, okay? Especially after, I think she does this kind of thing on purpose. This is my new realization here. I think she does this. So some of the trolls out there, I call them trolls just to fuck with them, but she calls everybody trolls now. I'm a troll now too, so you guys look, shit, I'm a troll too now. Some of those trolls out there have always said that Katie's a very vindictive person, but then they use little examples like, oh, on Twitter she said this, or in the comments, or in, you know, whatever. So I do believe she is vindictive now, so I must apologize to those people who tried to tell me that she was vindictive and I, you know, didn't care. Okay, you're right. She's super freaking vindictive. I believe you now. So she uploads a Duggar video. And in the beginning, she literally makes fun of the Duggar mom in such a snarky way. In fact, I think I might play a little segment for you in a little bit, but who knows? My point is, you realize she did that little impersonation of the Duggars after saying that my 20-second meme of Katie is somehow harassment. So yeah, just making sure I point that out. Yeah, okay, we good. And what do we got? As time passes, more and more of Katie's hidden clips and lies come out, and she's exposed. She basically, I think, is taking off the mask, showing her true self. Seems like she fought really hard a year ago, especially, but then up to the recent months before this lawsuit, she fought really hard to hide certain things because she knew they were wrong. They were mistakes, right? But continued to make those mistakes, never corrected the behavior, and just like in her intro video I just mentioned, becomes very hypocritical, nasty, and vindictive, okay? What do I mean? Let me give you an example, because I know I said that pretty bad. She's gonna yell at me today because a 30-second meme somehow is harassment, though her sitting there mocking the Duggar mom over her parenting skills in such a nasty way isn't okay. Out of those two things, any normal human being would say that my meme is literally harmless, and what she did is actually pretty mean and nasty. Though, I guess it's all compared on how you look at it with her, right? Okay. 3-hour fit of lies and claims and insanity. I remember a while back, Katie called herself a journalist. She claimed journalistic integrity. Even in this stream where she made up this completely fabricated bullshit lie, okay? Like I said again, because those screenshots came from her DMs and she knew it. This was a completely fabricated lie. She claims that she was a professional with journalistic integrity in this stream I'm talking about, yet knowingly sat and lied the entire stream in a massive breakdown. And it honestly shows how far gone she really is down a spiral. I know that she's under a lot of pressure, and that can make somebody act in certain ways, but the problem is here that over the last year, there have been many accusations that fit the character that is now coming out in front of us all. Last night's 3-hour stream, I'm talking about a different 3-hour stream now. Yes, she's had multiple, literally 3-hour streams where she has guests on. The one that I mentioned where the criticizers came on, it was such a stressful cringe fest to watch. Just the clips I saw. She scolded and yelled at the guests, while some of them may have brought up some valid points, compared to how she treated her supporters that came on, who she was so happy and nice with, changing in an instant. Normal people who are not unhinged do not go from insanely angry, yelling, demanding things from people, and then cut straight over to have normal, happy conversations moments later. Just based on the fact that one person is supporting you faithfully and the other is politely criticizing, it shows a major problem, a breakdown. Unhinged, man. Losing it. Combined with making up a bunch of lies, losing it. So I'm going to make a prediction. Because Katie is on a runaway train of her own making, she is going to crash, and it's going to be massive. All of the insane behavior. It all stems from people criticizing her. There's another catch, though. If someone criticizes her, if somebody does like a really good job, right? If they make a really good point that hits really deep to show massive hypocrisy, her reaction is always much greater than when she's ranting on someone for talking about how mean she is sometimes on Twitter, right? So if you hit the nail on the head and show some massive hypocrisy, she's likely to make up an entire story arc on you. Whereas, if you criticize her slightly, she might just yell at you. You get what I'm saying? I'm just making sure you're following me here, okay? Alright, also, when the memes are really funny and make a good point, it sparks an almost nuclear kind of critical reaction where she'll go to any length, even to a length of playing the victim, while streaming and lying and creating completely fabricated narratives to use against people. You just won't see any of her victims that are commentators reacting like she does when she claims victimhood. Because we're used to this, we're commentators, it's just part of the territory. She lies to a massive and almost defamatory level, and then uses the advice that people give her, even those she asked to help her, turns that advice into a weapon to use as the foundation of the narrative of her lie. So, if I go to her and say, Katie, you need to ignore all the criticism, ignore all the videos on you, and just put out good content while this lawsuit's going on and calm down. And she gets mad at me, she's going to go out and yell and invite her criticizers on and do the exact opposite of what I said to her while making up lies against me, right? You get what I'm saying? Okay. Also, she turns the once helpful and honest advice into weapons to use as a foundation of the narrative of a lie. And whether she was always this bad or whether she became like this because she cracked under the pressure of YouTube and critique, it doesn't matter how she became this way. It matters that now she is this way. The last thing I'll say, a few days ago, when she went step by step on her stream on how to find that link, you know what I told you about earlier? It was definitely a punishment, just like the lies she made about me. So I can only conclude that the KJP we see in front of us is the KJP that's been here the entire time, and that's not good. Because it means that I was right a couple months ago when I decided that she couldn't be helped regardless of the advice and criticism that she received. I was correct. And I know a lot of you said it the whole time. I'm agreeing with you now. See how this works? There's a popular meme in the commentary community. You guys know this. It's where you title a video, "This YouTuber must be stopped." Some people have used this meme while talking about Katie. Well, I heard a rumor the other day. Pretty big one. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell anybody this or not, and I might get in trouble for telling you this, but yeah. Here comes some tea, y'all. I'm gonna give you some tea right now that no one else has probably told you this. From a very close source, one I trust very much, one of many of you trust very much too. Tati is going to try and settle by taking the channel, and even if she can't settle, she wants Katie's channel. That's the goal of this whole thing. That's the goal. Now that is some tea, okay? Because I got this on the down low. I've never heard of anything like this happening before. I've heard of channels being struck down due to activities being revealed by these kind of suits. So these suits reveal something, they log it, they prove it in court, and then it gets a channel taken down. I've kind of heard of that kind of thing happening. Never a suit that came in trying to gain control of said channel. And who knows, maybe Tati will just delete it if she gets it. Maybe she'll make videos on the damn channel if she gets it. I have always fought against censorship myself, while agreeing that the terms of service should be fair and allow even dumb people, even flat earthers or the most insane people to have channels. Because, you know, it's hard to answer the question if somebody should be stopped if the method of stopping them will be to take their channel. Typically, it means this YouTuber needs to be stopped. You need to stop watching their videos. That's what it typically means in the commentary community. What do you think should happen to KJP if Tati wins? Or if she gets a settlement? Do you think it's fair for her channel to be taken by Tati? I don't know, man. This is all crazy to me. Anyway, I'm out.